Hey everybody, this is Neil over at Horse Thief Craft Society, Round 3, Pat Mack's Irish Red review and discussion about Pat Mack's charitable organization. I have Willie Winters here and Tom McNamara, two staples in the Beverly community, great guys I've known for quite a few years. And
I'll drink to that.
yeah, cheers.
Cheers to that.
Because Tom and I are really shy and kind of mumble, Willie's going to be talking the whole time, and we'll teach you all about the charity.
You might regret that.
Right. So let's get into how we met, what we've been doing with Pat Mack's, and tell us about the organization and what you guys have been achieving through pediatric cancer research.
Yeah, we started as an organization in 2014. We organized as a 501c3, and we were inspired by the memory of my son, as you know, and Willie knows, of course. My son was diagnosed with a brain tumor at 2 years of age, and he struggled with brain tumors then for 11 years, and he died when he was 13 in the year 2011. And we kind of started fundraising and doing things, even at that time, but we were doing it mostly for other organizations. There's like this Gus Foundation and the Lurie Children's. We fundraised directly for them, and then we decided to kind of organize ourselves and make a 501c3, and we did that in 2014.
You were involved with Baldrick's too, St. Baldrick's.
Baldrick's, yeah. And so we have a dual mission. We support money for brain tumor research, all of which up to this point has always gone to Lurie Children's Hospital. So we do research, and then the second part we do is we support families directly, families that have a child with cancer. We support them usually financially, but sometimes with some other things that they might need help with. So that's our dual mission: research for brain tumors and helping families with a kid with cancer.
So since 2014, that's when you started?
Yeah, so since 2014, we've been pretty successful over the years. We've donated over $1 million. We've raised and donated over $1 million. About 800,000 of that to Lurie's, and about 300,000 to about 250 different families that we've supported since.
And those families inception. In the Chicago area, or?
Pretty much. I can't think of one that was not in Chicago area. Yeah, and heavily on the south side. Go figure.
Yeah,
but yes,
families from Beverly.
A lot of families, right?
Mount Greenwood.
A lot in Beverly,
Park.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of brain tumors and cancer in this area. So a lot of Beverly families, Mount Greenwood families, but then also around the whole Chicago area. Yeah.
So what's your involvement with this, Willie?
Well, I'm family in some ways. D. McNamara is my first cousin. So Tom and I have been friends for a long time, and I was very close with Pat, like a lot of family members were. He was one of these guys that was, besides being like, he was like an old soul, a lot of people would say, because he would, he would come and sit with you at a family party where most kids don't want to talk to their uncle or their,
especially someone as old as you, right?
But he was always a character, and we used to have quite a lot of fun. He was a Cubs fan, the curse of his father here, and of course being on the south side and all being White Sox fan, we were always teasing him, and we would do all kinds of things. We had a party one time up at Danny Cullinan's place, and Pat was there. My nephews organized it. We all wore Cubs shirts, which was something you will never see again. But we only did that for Pat.
I didn't believe it when I saw it.
It was great. So that's my involvement. Started with obviously with that, and I'm on the board now with a group of very hardworking and talented people. So
it's awesome.
It's great.
Well, it's a privilege to be working with you guys. So this year we canned Pat Mack's. We were able to raise $1,000 for the charity. And you guys just hosted your virtual event,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a smashing success.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Smashing success, and in a large part because of the Pat Max Ale and Horse Thief Hollow.
Nice plug.
Well, we were talking about this, a little bit earlier, but I do remember that, when we first came up with this idea, and I didn't even know you very well at the time, but we were sitting over there at the bar. You were on one side and on the other of the corner, and I'm thinking to myself, well, should I ask this guy? But I knew that you had done some special beers for some other charities, and I figured, I'll ask him. But I barely got the words out of my mouth, and you said, yeah, I'll do it, whatever you need, and so that was pretty cool. And then ever since then, we've had a good relationship.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. You guys have hosted at St. Barnabas in years past, and we would donate kegs and raise money that way. So the cans doing this virtual fundraiser, it was a great opportunity for us to package beer and get. You guys created a logo for it, and was able to get beer out into a lot of hands and raise some money.
I believe the first couple of years we ran out of, but before the end of the night we were out of the red ale.
Yeah,
everyone was. It was
the Pat Max Ale is always a huge hit at the in-person party all those years, and then this year again it was a huge hit in cans, and we bought 254 packs that we got out to people all over the Chicago area in order to watch our virtual event. They could have it when they watched the event on Friday.
It's awesome,
including the Consul General of Ireland. He had it.
Is that right?
Yeah. Wow. We delivered it to him Friday, and he was thrilled.
That's awesome. So do you guys, what do you think about the beer? Like, you guys come in and drink it a lot. I know that, especially this time of year. It is.
What are you doing to me?
This time of year,
beer for
I'm at the library.
What do you think? I mean, it's Irish red.
Mm-hmm.
It's really well balanced.
I like it a lot. I've had a lot of different Irish reds, and there was one that was like a big commercial one that came out some years ago, which I didn't like, but I like this one here. I mean, it is nice and balanced. It's some hops. But
I think my favorite
it's
thing
a little
about
caramely, but not Mount.
Yeah, not heavy
Mount
caramel.
caramely.
It's not that.
Sorry.
Well played.
Little rice. Your rice guy.
Brother Rice.
Yeah. How's
There's
your
no
team
rice.
looking this year?
There's no rice grains in there. Right?
No.
I have no idea.
No. We're not that cheap. So sorry.
I have a grandnephew at Mount Carmel. I'm really dating myself.
I hear there's some winters getting into the Carmel scene. Yeah.
Good kids.
It's good. Yeah. They'll be super successful, I'm sure.
No. They'll raise the level of that school. That's for sure.
I don't think I can compete with you on the joke.
I don't know.
So
to me, I know this sounds really corny, but it tastes like St. Patrick's Day.
It does.
Because it comes out this time of year, every year, and look forward to it, and it's always around St. Patrick's Day. So,
I mean, it's a shame that the parade's not happening this year, but to your point, the weather starts to break, the sun's shining, it's 60 degrees today, and it just puts you in the mood for the rebirth of the year, like the spring. This is when it starts. Yep. Well, it's great to have you guys here, and I love working with the charity. You're a hell of a guy, a hell of a family, and
well, you've done so much for the community, and we owe you so much. I mean, we had spoke earlier about, doing a beer for Martin McGarry, who was a good friend of both of ours, and I think, the community needs places like Horse Thief Hollow, and the fact that you've, continued during this whole tough year and maintained, and I think that gives hope to the community that things are going to come back, and this is a place where so many people come and they look forward to it. So thank you.
Yeah, the community's got to keep supporting Neil because he supports all of us right back. So it's a great place.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Well, that's our wrap up with Pat Max Irish Red. Next month we're going to be doing Dog Walker, which is a red pomelo infused pale ale. It's an experimental beer that we're working on. Maybe we'll have you guys back to try that one too. But
I don't know if I can find my way back here again.
yeah, and appreciate the time you guys took to come out, and we'll have another beer.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about Pat Max Pack
Absolutely.
and our partnership with Horse Thief Hollow.
Thank you so
It's
much.
been awesome.
Thank you.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cilantro.
Sláinte, that's right.